In this fundamentals video, I'll be showing you how you can use the reparametrize tool on surfaces. So I'm going to start by drawing a simple flat surface. You can also turn on your grid snap options. And we're going to load this into Grasshopper. So I'm going to right click and choose set one surface. Now I have the surface loaded in onto my screen. Now, the interesting aspect of evaluating a location, or let's say an isoparm would be an isoparametric portion of the surface. We need to extract the domains of the surface, and as you may know, there are two types of domains. So we have basically the U direction, and then we also have a V direction. So we can basically supply any type of U parameter and a V parameter, and then what the script will do, it will get that proportional value and it will cross those two on the surface, and it will give us some point or location on the surface, because this is bounded by the surface domain. So in order to extract that, we can go to the Surface tab, Analysis, and Dimensions. So if I plug this in to the dimensions, you see that we're getting the length of the surface in the U and the V direction. So we have two different values here. And if I were to evaluate the surface at a U and V, I can basically multiply these two values. Let's say I multiply this with 0.5, and then I multiply the other value. So these are actually the lengths at some proportion. And to combine these as a U and V, you can simply define it as a point. So you can supply it as X and Y point locations, and it will give you U and V parameters. Now if I plug the surface in and plug my point in, it will actually give me the corresponding location on the surface. So you can see that this is the coordinate system's location for the point, but this is the surface's location. So I'm just going to move this around so that we can look at this a bit more. So don't worry about where the point is in space, but let's think about how it's oriented on the surface. So when I play around with the U parameter, you can see that when I change the U parameter, it's going in this way. That means this direction is the U parameter. This is the U parameter. And then this direction is the V parameter. So if I change the U parameter percentage, we go along this direction on the surface, and I can do the same by going on this direction. Right, so this is how we can get to any location or any point on the surface. But again, we actually don't need to do this. And the interesting aspect of that is as well, you can rebuild your surface with, let's say, more points and a more degree. And I can turn on the control points, and let's give it some curvature now. So if I were to move these up, you can see that the evaluation is still bounded, but now it will it may actually kind of get off the surface. The reason because we are actually increasing the length of the surface domain, so we can actually start evaluating as if the surface is continuous, but the lengths are basically going outside of the surface now. So this will basically work when you have a flat surface. One way to overcome this issue is you actually don't need any of this. You can simply do, we have the evaluate surface component, but rather than extracting the lengths and multiplying them, you can actually delete these two and just have X and Y parameters for the surface point, and you come here to the surface and just do reparametrize. So you don't need to extract the U and V lengths of the surface anymore. So we can now we can be bounded by the surface because now its domain is normalized. So if I have a 0, 0, this is the origin of the surface, and 1, 1 will be the other corner of the surface. And you can see that it's now defining a two-dimensional, almost like a two-dimensional grid. And if I want to evaluate the midpoint of it, all I have to do is go to 0.5, 0.5 for x and y. So basically the point component, we can use it to transfer information as u and v parameters. One interesting trick as well, I don't think this works when you do the z as well, because there is no z dimension, it only combines the two parameters. But after evaluating the surface, you can also do any type of construction on this plane bounded by the surface as well. So if I want to place a polygon, let's say I want to place a polygon on this frame, and I want to extrude that polygon using the normal direction of the surface. Now let's flip the surface so that it faces upwards. Now if I move this around, you can see that the construction is also moving along the surface as well. So that's essentially how we can evaluate any location and build a construction plane there to model other types of subgeometries as well. So I hope this helps. Basically the reparametrization normalizes the surface domains. It also works with curves, and you can use reparametrization to feed in u and v parameters directly using the point component to evaluate any location on the surface.